Welcome to CTV News Trendline with Michael Stittle and Nik Nanos.
Immigration, you've been tracking how Canadians feel about our latest targets. It's 485,000 for this year, going up to 500,000 the next 2 years.
Yeah. And you know what? That number between 400 and 500,000, that's like, let's bring in the city of Hamilton every year, right? That's basically what we're doing. The target is to basically bring in the equivalent of the city of Hamilton every year into the country. And, you know, what's interesting in polling that we just completed with CTV News, you know, we asked Canadians whether, thinking of this target in mind of 400,000 to 500,000 new people, you know, whether we should be taking more, fewer, or the same. And what you can see is a definite trend. You know, back in 2020, where we had the benchmark, about 12% of Canadians thought we should be taking more than the target. That's down to 5%. But, you know, when you look at the numbers on the proportion of Canadians that want to bring in fewer than the target, that is at 61%. It's now a majority, and it's up a full 11 percentage points since 2020. So what does this mean? That just does not mean that Canadians are against immigration. But I think of it this way. We talked about earlier people struggling to pay for the bills, the groceries, the rent, the mortgage, housing affordability being a big issue. And, you know, I think for average people, they just like, okay, so we're going to bring in new Canadians. Okay, where are they going to live? And then they're not experts, but they connect the pressure on the housing market with bringing in that target of bringing in 400,000 to 500,000 new people into the country, because obviously they've got to live someplace.
We saw that last year too, how the housing crisis has kind of mirrored this concern over higher targets as well. Yeah. Nik, what about temporary foreign workers?
Well, in a survey that we just completed with the Globe and Mail, you know, so we know that on immigration, people are a little nervous. Why don't we just say that they're nervous? But on temporary foreign workers, actually, a pretty comfortable majority support or somewhat support, you know, employers bringing in temporary foreign workers and temporary foreign workers, you know, coming into the country and stuff like that. And I think this is the difference, Michael, between those two things, because the temporary foreign worker program, where employers who need individuals to come in to do specific types of jobs, is for a purpose, right? It's not like, let's bring in 400,000 or 500,000 people and we'll figure out what they're going to be doing after that. And I think this speaks to the situation where there is nuance in the public opinion, where, you know, Canadians, a majority, are good with the temporary foreign workers coming into the country. They're actually good with temporary foreign workers doing other jobs and potentially becoming permanent residents of Canada and stuff like that. And I think it's because they see that there's a demand from the economy, some jobs that need to be filled that aren't being filled by Canadians today, and we need to bring temporary foreign workers in. So why don't we say this? Immigration, or our policy with a purpose, support for that. Pretty good support. The generic one is kind of like, how is that going to work and all that kind of stuff? Much less support.